The introduction of Greek armies and the Persian Wars sets the stage for understanding how a collection of city-states managed to challenge the might of the Persian Empire from 490 to 479 BCE. This concept revolves around the militaristic and tactical strategies developed by Greek city-states, most notably Athens and Sparta, that played a crucial role in defending their territories against Persian expansion. The significance of Greek armies in the Persian Wars lies in their ability to unify in the face of a common threat, showcasing early instances of collective defense and strategic warfare. The wars highlighted differences in military techniques, with the Greeks leveraging their superior knowledge of local terrain and innovative tactics like the phalanx formation, which contrasted with the extensive but less cohesive Persian army. This unity and tactical prowess not only led to pivotal victories, such as the Battle of Marathon and the naval engagement at Salamis, but also set the foundation for the classical Greek culture that would influence Western civilization for centuries. Two specific examples illustrate the effectiveness of Greek military strategy. First, the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE, where Athenian forces used the phalanx to encircle and decisively defeat the Persians, underscored the importance of strategic planning and the element of surprise. Second, the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BCE, despite being a tactical defeat, remains a symbol of courage and resistance due to the heroic stand of King Leonidas and his small Spartan-led force against a vastly larger Persian army. Opinions tend to emphasize the ingenuity and resilience of the Greeks, often highlighting their contribution to developing tactical warfare principles still studied today. However, it's important to acknowledge challenges and controversies, including debates about the degree of Greek unity and the role of luck versus skill in their successes. Some argue that Persian logistical challenges and overconfidence were significant factors in their failures. This introductory point connects profoundly to other aspects, such as the influence of Greek victories on the socio-political landscape of the era and the flourishing of Greek art, philosophy, and democracy in its aftermath. It demonstrates how military success can catalyze cultural and political development, reshaping both immediate and long-term historical trajectories. In examining the formation and structure of Greek armies during the Persian Wars, it is crucial to understand the concept of the hoplite phalanx, the primary military formation used by Greek city-states. A hoplite army was composed of heavily armed infantry soldiers, or hoplites, who fought in tightly packed rows, often 8 deep. Each hoplite carried a large shield, called an aspis or hoplon, a spear, and a sword for close combat, creating a wall of shields and spears known as the phalanx. This formation relied on unity and discipline, as each soldier's protection was dependent on his neighbor's shield. The significance of the hoplite phalanx in the Persian Wars cannot be overstated. It represented a tactical advantage that allowed smaller, more cohesive Greek forces to stand up to the numerically superior Persian armies. The use of the phalanx demonstrated the effectiveness of collective defense and underscored the importance of unity among the often fragmented Greek city-states. For instance, during the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE, the Athenians and their Plataean allies used the phalanx to devastating effect, defeating a much larger Persian force and proving that the Persian army could be beaten on land. Another striking example is the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BCE. Although the Greek forces were eventually overrun, the disciplined stand of the Spartans, led by King Leonidas, showcased the phalanx's strength in narrow, defensible positions, allowing the Greeks to inflict considerable damage on the Persians and emboldening Greek resistance. This formation, however, was not without its challenges. Maintaining cohesion and discipline in the phalanx required rigorous training and strong leadership, and any break in formation could prove disastrous. Critics of the phalanx have pointed out its rigidity and vulnerability on uneven terrain, limiting its adaptability. Despite these challenges, the success of the phalanx strategy contributed to a shared Greek identity, uniting city-states against a common enemy. The reliance on heavily armored infantry highlighted the Greeks' dependence on citizen soldiers, emphasizing the role of the individual within a collective defense strategy. This formation also influenced other areas of Greek warfare, such as naval battles, where similar principles of unified, disciplined action were applied. In summation, the formation and structure of Greek armies during the Persian Wars reveal both the strategic innovations of the time and the broader cultural significance of unity and communal defense, pivotal in shaping the course of Greek military history. The key battles and strategies of Marathon, Thermopylae, and Salamis hold a pivotal place in the narrative of Greek armies and tactics during the Persian Wars from 490 to 479 BCE. These battles not only shaped the course of the conflicts, but also demonstrated the strategic acumen and resilience of the Greek forces against the might of the Persian Empire. The Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE was crucial for the Greeks, as it marked the first major victory against the Persians, who vastly outnumbered them. The Athenians, led by Miltiades, employed a novel strategy by strengthening their wings and weakening their center, which allowed them to encircle and decisively defeat the Persian forces. This victory is significant as it bolstered Greek confidence and unity, proving that the Persians were not invincible. The Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BCE is remembered for the heroic stand of the Greek forces, particularly the 300 Spartans led by King Leonidas. Although a tactical defeat, the stand at Thermopylae delayed the Persian advance and served to galvanize the Greek city-states. It highlighted the strategic importance of geography and sacrifice in warfare, with the narrow pass providing a formidable natural defense against the larger Persian army. At the Battle of Salamis later in 480 BCE, the Greek navy, under the strategic leadership of Themistocles, lured the Persian fleet into the narrow straits of Salamis. Here, the smaller and more maneuverable Greek ships had a significant advantage, leading to a decisive victory. This battle was crucial as it effectively crippled the Persian navy and secured Greek control over the Aegean Sea. The significance of these battles extends beyond their immediate outcomes. They exemplify the Greeks' strategic use of terrain, the power of unity and morale, and the importance of naval supremacy. Supporters argue these battles showcase the innovative and adaptive nature of Greek warfare. Nevertheless, there are challenges and controversies surrounding these narratives. Some historians question the emphasis on Greek heroism, suggesting that Persian strategic missteps were equally responsible for their defeats. Alternative viewpoints highlight that despite these victories, the Greeks were continually at risk, requiring alliances and strategic foresight to survive. These battles and strategies are interconnected with other aspects of Greek military tactics, influencing the evolution of warfare in the classical period. The themes of unity, strategy, and resilience under pressure, evident in these engagements, were instrumental in shaping Greek identity and their eventual success in the Persian Wars. In the context of the Persian Wars, the hoplites and phalanx tactics played a crucial role in shaping Greek military strategy, and, ultimately, the outcome of the conflicts between the Greek city-states and the Persian Empire from 490 to 479 BCE. Hoplites were heavily armed infantry soldiers, primarily drawn from the citizenry of Greek city-states, known for their distinctive equipment: a helmet, breastplate, greaves, shield, aspis, and spear. Dory. The phalanx was their primary tactical formation, consisting of rows of hoplites standing shoulder to shoulder, creating a solid wall of shields and spear points. This formation was central to Greek military tactics and exemplified the emphasis on collective, disciplined warfare. In the broader narrative of the Persian Wars, the hoplite-led phalanx formation was instrumental in several key battles. Notably, at the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE, the disciplined Athenian phalanx swiftly defeated the Persian forces, instilling a sense of confidence among the Greek city-states. Similarly, at the Battle of Plataea in 479 BCE, the use of phalanx formations by the Greek coalition drove back the remnants of the Persian invasion, marking a decisive turn in the war. The practical application of the phalanx relied heavily on the unity and cohesion of the soldiers, making it a reflection of the communal and democratic values embraced by many Greek city-states, particularly Athens. This connection helps explain how the spirit of shared sacrifice and collective action so prominent in Greek society was mirrored on the battlefield. Despite its effectiveness, the hoplite phalanx was not without challenges. The formation required flat terrain and struggled in rough or uneven landscapes where its maneuverability was compromised. Additionally, while the phalanx was formidable from the front, it was vulnerable to being flanked or attacked from the rear. These limitations were exposed during various encounters with more mobile and flexible Persian forces. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the Greeks' success was not solely due to hoplite tactics, but also to their superior strategic planning, local knowledge, and occasional internal divisions within the Persian ranks. The phalanx was just one piece of a larger military mosaic that included strong leadership and maritime prowess. In summary, the role of hoplites and phalanx tactics was fundamental in the Greek victories during the Persian Wars. Their significance is intertwined with the cultural and societal values of the Greek city-states, and their influence extended beyond the battlefield, shaping the evolution of Western military strategy and tactics for generations.